Gumiho versus Zest is the semifinals of this EPT Cup 114, the North American edition. So you should enjoy this, but again, before we get into things, reminder, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I stream on Twitch every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern, EPT&A, every Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern for Apprentice Cup, 7 p.m. or 10 p.m. Eastern for EPT Korea, and then the Apprentice is starting up next week. So that's Tuesday, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern as well. And a bunch of other stuff. Follow my Twitter. Check it out. See what's happening. But for now, it's game one. In the bottom right, in the blue, he is waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting because he breezed through his part of the brackets for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Zest. In the upper left, in the red, knocking down Astrea in the previous series, hoping to do the same to his opponent right now. He is PSISTORM Gumiho. So look at this, Gumiho. It's proxy versus proxy in this game number one. Game's getting a little explosive, trying to catch up to the MaxPax series. And MaxPax going real fast through his side of the bracket. And Gumiho's just saying, well, I want to match that. And because fortunately or unfortunately, we saw Gumiho slowed down just a little bit by the might of Astrea in a 25-minute base trade game one. Wow. Things got to go a little bit funky, don't they? As we got the Proxy Stargate on the map for Zest. Proxy Reaper for Gumiho. And this technically... Oh, we're just going to have to see how it works out, because there are worlds where this favors the Terran and worlds where this favors the Protoss. It really is all about the level of commitment to tech, commitment to stuff on both sides. Notice Gumiho is pooling his Reapers. He's not going to wait for just one. In fact, he's going to run across the map with two, which makes it so much easier for him to kill things. As we will see this SCV go down. Probe does not go down, and there is a Stalker at home, so these Reapers actually really should not get too much done, but they will get a couple probes on gas, and honestly, those are the most valuable probes that they can get, delaying gas mining when you're about to get proxy voided. And that's kind of a thing, is Stalker actually knocks down the SCV building the missile turret, but it will complete now. Missile turret really just here to defend the cyclones that are popping on out. I'm almost surprised to see that we don't see the missile turret getting targeted down. Now the SCVs arrive, but the wall is not repaired in time. This is a disaster. This is a problem now, because there is free transmission of units inside and outside. Reaper's trying to find the probe, and well, that's just not going to be all that effective. SCVs and SCVs are going to try to repair this missile turret. They're not really going to get all that much, and now we have this Void Ray is going to try to chase this Cyclone down. It's going to get it, and now missile turret does a lot, but when you don't get enough damage with the Reapers, that's how it goes. Game one, Zest. In the upper right, in the blue, his name for the Dragon Phoenix Gaming, the Kingslayer, Zest. In the bottom left, in the red, he's down one, going for a bit of a proxy once again. Looks like he is PSISTORM Gumiho. So this is most likely Proxy Reaper, although there's a world where this turns into Marauder tech and tries to kill Zest. You catch the Stalkers, you catch the early units, and things just go down. And actually, with the double gas, this may be Proxy Marauder. We're going to have to see. But for now, Gumiho, he's on a one-base build. Zest going for a gateway expand, not a cyber expand. And there we go. Yeah. It will be Concussive Shell Marauders as the tech path of the day. And because Zest went Gateway Expand instead of Cyber Expand, his Cyber is a little bit later. It means Stalkers are out later. It means any sort of ranged defensive unit is out later. And also, shield batteries are going to be slower as well. So all of these things playing into Gumiho's hands, playing into his favor in this second game. And by the way, folks, Zest is not scouted. He has not sent a probe across the map. He says, I think most of the builds that you play, that you do, I'm not worried about. Or I should be able to adapt them appropriately enough. Well, don't know if he's ready for this one. But he is chronoing a Stalker out on the map right now. First Marauder is out, second one on the way. So you're going to pair up two Marauders with Concussive Shell. And it looks like in this instance, actually, he's going to add it up with some Hellions as well to really put the hammer and tongs to Zest in this game. So now, Stalker notices in time. It's going to run backwards. We see the bunker on the low ground. Probes getting pulled here to try to keep things alive. One probe goes down. And the problem here is there's no shield battery on the low ground. Nothing for the Stalkers to just kind of like sit and tank in and get the damage, get the HP of the Marauders down so you can break the bunker. In fact, I think it is pretty likely at this point that with the third Marauder the fourth Marauder on the way, Zest will lose this base. But Zest has also kind of realized what the state of the game is, so he's got a Dark Shrine on the way. He understands that his opponent is only on one command center, and there's not going to be a starport with a tech lab, nothing like that. This is all about this timing that Gumiho has gone for, so DTs, when there are no scans, is a great way to win a game of StarCraft. And even if there are scans, it's only one scan, so if you put him on the edge of things, you're going to be damn fine. Question, though, is whether Gumiho opts to try to find his way high ground or whether he's just totally content to sit here on the low ground and contain, which it looks like what he's doing for now, although Starport is on the way. Maybe eventually we might see some sort of drop. But for now, Zest holds his high ground, and Warp Prism, Dark Shrine is most of the way done. And the question, though, is how does he get these DTs across the map without Gumiho noticing? That really is the big question, because Gumiho just spent the scan. Actually, well, it doesn't matter. He spent the scan. He saw the Dark Shrine, and he's getting the one building that actually really helps him out in this endeavor. eBay on the way, so he will have missile turrets. He will have constant and local detection. But these DTs, at the very least, should allow Zest to break Zest out. The bunker goes down. There will be no salvaging that one. The Marauders, well, they're going to be a bit annoying, even with the DTs here, but these Marauders are dead. Theoretically, nothing of Zest should die in this exchange, and that the answer is correct. But Raven's on the way. Not even really going to see missile turrets. Stim will not get canceled. Zest does not know where this proxy is. And so we've got a one base. Well, I guess there's a second command center on the way, but we got a 1-1-1 coming out from Gumiho in this game. He's down a couple workers, but that's okay. Okay, so second and third barracks are on the way. And again, Gumiho, because he has such significant map control, he doesn't feel the need to float his barracks back home and bring it back home for production's sake. He's totally fine with sitting here, keeping it out and having even a closer production structure. That's going to be nice. As Stim is done, Concussive Shells are done. The Marauders looking to just get on top of this. One Stalker goes down immediately. No, there we go. The Archon, the one saving grace of Zest in this game number 2. It's going to get disabled. It can't do anything. Probes are going to get pulled to try to keep things alive, but that's a lot of Marauders. That's a lot of HP. Now we have the Archon on the low ground, but it's already getting tagged and tagged and tagged and tagged. Sure, it's not slow, but it still represents a lot of HP, a lot of damage. And there we go. Scan gets dropped. And there's only one right now, but Scan does get dropped. And the DT will get taken down here. Now it's just a couple Stalkers and an Archon, but there is enough now. Zest with Blink. He will be able to get on top of the rest of this. The last of the Marauders die. The last of the Hellions die. Zest holds that better than I expected him to, but he's still not in the best spot. He's still down 4 workers. And even if he is maybe mining just a little bit more, because again, he does have that natural, and he's long distance. Well, actually, no, the natural's done. He does have that natural. Gumiho's taking his natural just now. Okay, so now the army of Zest running onto the other side of the map, but will knock down the barracks. That is useful. That is something. It does make this effectively, well, it turns a 4-1-1 into a 3-1-1. I guess that's something. And Zest with the Warp Prism on the way. It looks like he wants to make something happen here. But he doesn't have charge. Honestly, without charge, any sort of Warp Prism bust he wants to go for, unless it's, oh, I'm going to make something happen with Blink and Stim. Combat Shields will be done, but Stim and Concussive Shells are done now. You're not really going to make something happen with that. Not really. The tech of Gumiho is too advanced. The army supply of Gumiho is really too advanced for the most part. Maybe some Stalkers sit down and harass and harry, but other than that, it's not going to be too much here. And actually, with the SimCity as well, it's going to be nigh impossible for Gumiho or for Zest to break Gumiho in this game. Now, Warp Prism on the north side, it looks like it did find the drop coming out there from Gumiho. So at the very least, Zest is able to find something as DTs go in. And Zest says, oh, snap, you got detection. That kind of sucks. And this DT finds no value. And nice. We should have noticed this. Or if you noticed, we had the Marines on the north side just zoning out the Warp Prism. Not really allowing us to make much of anything happen. And then a second DT, yeah, second, third DT are going to try to find their way in. But again, there's detection. There is defensive utility for Zest in this game. And the Stalkers, oh, they're going to get found by both sides. The Stalkers going down as well. Zest has done a great job of trying to make something happen in this game, but it feels like he just took too much damage early. And then his counter follow-up, it was scanned. It was scouted out. Gumiho knew how to prepare for it. And now the army looking to stim on in here. 4 Stalkers on the left, 3 Stalkers, 2 Stalkers, 1 Stalker. It doesn't matter. Gumiho, he takes game 2, and we're going to game 3. That sounds like fun. In the upper right, in the blue. In game 1, Fallen in game 2. For Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Zest. In the bottom left, in the red, he's not proxying this game for the first time in this series. For PSISTORM Gaming, Gumiho. Zest, he's not going to be fooled by what happened in the last game. He's got a probe on the map. He says, no. I saw what happened in game 2. I was not a big fan. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to send a scout out here. I'm going to make sure you're not proxying me for a 3rd time in a row, for a 3rd time in this series. And turns out Gumiho isn't. So Zest is going to be pretty happy about that. Pretty happy to find that one out. And of course, folks, if you're just joining us, this is the semifinals. It is Zest and it is Gumiho. Winner moves on for a date with a best of 5 finals versus MaxPax. The greatest piece. As we sit here in the piece of the early game, not too much is happening. No janky proxies, no proxy marauders, no proxy voids, no proxy reapers even. But we do have Zest going for a build that, well, we're going to have to see what his follow-up is. But going for, if this is what I think it is, a build that was much heralded before I am Katowice. Every Protoss I talked to prior to the event, I was like, hey, what is going to be the meta? What are they going to do? And every single one was talking about how it really was this Oracle into Blink Stalker build that looked really strong. And, well, We didn't see it a lot of Katowice because Protoss players were getting bopped by the 6-minute stim build as that Reaper will go down. Zest finds it. But Gumiho's got 2 Marauders here, and he did not. Oh, interesting. Normally when he does this, when he opens double Marauder, he gets Concussive Shell because it lets him chase down the early game unit. But I think because he saw this was an Adept, he said, maybe not. Although this Adept may be dead now. Yeah, it should be able to get out because Marauders do not kill Adepts all that quickly. So, Adept gets a scout in, shades out. And we can see the big reason why Concussive Shells is just not a worthy expenditure. If there's a Stalker on the map or a Zealot out on the map, which you don't really see Zealots out on the map early all that much, but if it was a Stalker out on the map, something like that, well, then you can catch it, then you can kill it, then getting Concussive is worthwhile, but not this game. So for now, Zest, he's adding on 3 more gateways. He's going 4-gate blink in this game number 3. So we talked about things being crazy, not crazy. I don't know exactly what Zest saw. I don't think he saw the high ground base. Actually, I can tell you whether he saw the high ground base or not. He did not. He just saw that this was a 1-1 something for now. But his opponent is not going to have a lot here. We're going to have one. Oh, no, he's going triple Cyclone with a 3rd CC. Gumiho does weird stuff. This is evidence of that, and that's kind of even worse because Stalkers just blink on the Cyclones and they cause problems. And with this 4th gate underway, well, say what you need to say, right? This is just not a good situation for Gumiho in this game. He really is being build order countered. He's being soul read, whatever you want to say, by this build from Zest. Gumiho going as greedy as he can because this is Glittering Ashes and it's hard to kill your opponent. Well, we got a 4-gate here. Blink Stalkers are done. No tanks on the map. And Zest, for the moment, he's going to sit on the edge of things and hope he doesn't get... Oh, luckily. Notice he waited for the lock-on stall get committed before he picked up there because 3 Cyclones, as much as we talk about how good this is for Zest in this game, 3 Cyclones could absolutely put the kibosh on anything that Zest is trying to do because then you just don't have Warpins. But now the Stalkers, they're not even going to feel the need to blink in. The Marauder goes down and the SCVs have to get pulled here to defend. We will have some lock-ons here, but Zest is just going to blink back on them as soon as they take any bit of damage. Tank Siege is up, but 7 workers go down immediately. And there are 3 Marines, 1 Marauder, 1 tank. There is not a lot of army to the army of Gumiho at this point. The Adepts look to shade in, and they're actually not going to do so, but they're going to shade into the natural here, and they're going to get a mule rather easily. Stalkers blink on forward. Cyclones, you're not too worried about it because you can just pick up whatever's locked onto. Stalkers, they're going to start doing damage to this command center. They will force Gumiho to fight because otherwise he's just going to lose the base. And now the tank finds its way on in. Zest again blinking backwards. I'm kind of surprised to not see him just commit onto the tank, but maybe he doesn't know what we know, that there was not another tank there sieged up. It was only the one. It's now rotating onto the high ground here, already finding tremendous damage. Tremendous damage. Killing off 12 workers is already a lot. The Stalkers slowly blink out into the high ground, and then Zest says, oh, there's nothing here. Okay. Let's blink in a more substantial fashion. And there we go, the scan, looking to make sure that, oh, there's no observer. Well, yeah, actually, there's not. It is just the Warp Prism doing such a great job here. And Zest, again, I feel like he could have killed Gumiho right now, but instead he's just doing game-ending damage while he expands and techs up and does everything he wants to do behind there. Now, these Stalkers in the high ground, you don't want to eat too many tank shots. But does he continue to warp in? That's the question. Well, he can't actually because he's... Say what you want to say about his Zest bank. He's supply blocked right now. Building 3 pylons to make sure he can make more stuff happen. Stalkers will blink forward. No, blink backwards. 1 Stalker goes down. A little bit of the bio dies. Now we're going to see Stalkers in a drop. John knocks some more SCVs. Okay, 4 Stalkers, of course. 1-shot SCVs. That's why Zest is doing this. And he's going to get a couple more. Grand total of 7 SCVs have died this game and a whole hell of a lot of more stuff. Look at the resources lost. It's triple. Quadruple, actually. Of course, Gumiho, he has his 3rd orbital. He is maybe able to mine out and sustain his way out of this, but his tech is very far behind. Zest already has 1 Colossus out. 2nd one is just about halfway done. He's getting charge, extended thermal lance +1. And sure, Gumiho is up in an upgrade. He has +1. His +2 is on the way. The trick, of course, is just Zest has more stuff. He has more potential to do things on the map here. A couple Stalkers are going to get dropped in, but Cyclones defensively should be able to defend that for now. What I don't see, really, is actually the Stalkers, they blink forward. They say, we don't really care about the lock-ons if we just kill your Cyclones. I don't know that Zest, or excuse me, that Gumiho is going to be able to take this third command center. Zest showing some really nice micro right here, right now. One Cyclone goes down. Second one almost dying. Zest, he's got to have to back up, though. He does half damage to the command center, and by doing so, he's just setting himself up for the next push. For the next level of tech. He's already got a fourth base on the way as well. So, sorry, fourth base done. Fifth base on the way. Zest booming up in economy in this game. He has everything he could possibly want. And sure, Gumiho knows that Colossus are the next level of tech. He knows that this Warp Prism is annoying, so Vikings are on the way. But again, pay attention to the supply. Pay attention to what Zest is building with it. Pay attention to where his army is, because he's about to go try to break his opponent in this game. Stalkers actually, they're going to need a tank shot, and the missile turret does not go down. Missile turret's not super impactful in this game outside of, strangely enough, as a Colossus deterrent. Colossus can't go too far forward because missile turrets actually kill them rather quickly. Colossus are not tanky boys. But there we go. Hallucinated Archons. Colossus moving forward first. And oh, the army of Gumiho, it was out of position. Stalkers, they're going to blink on forward. There was no stim for a moment, so the Marines, they're just not even as impactful as they otherwise would be. Colossus not even firing, but I'm not sure how much it matters. One tank is going to try to do the bare maximum. Not even the bare minimum, but even that, the greatest of shots, do not matter. Folks, we got a PvP Grand Finals. Zest 2-1's Gumiho. He's got a date with MaxPax in that next round.